What's up, Power Peeps? It's me, Vince White, here with another edition of Views from the Deck. A lot has happened since last we spoke. Netflix has bought DC. Supergirl and Star-Lord look like cousins. Avatar 3 is out in theaters. And my personal favorite is Predator Badlands. I got a chance to check that out, and I'm telling you, that movie blew my socks off. It shows you can take any subject matter, and with good writing, you can turn almost anything into a franchise. But enough with that. Let's get down to why we're really here, Indie Deck Versus. And this week, OSMO versus Sea Dog. Oh boy, this looks interesting. We know the game, so let's learn about the players. First up is OSMO. Check him out, man. I love the look. The look is iconic. I got to say, it's a bit Punisher and a bit Shield, but the cross symbol really distinguishes it from other characters. And what came to my mind immediately when I saw this was this guy is more about rescue than being the hero in the limelight. Like, he's the guy that gets it done, that pulls you from the fire, that gets you out safe. But that's all just in his iconography, just how he looks, right? And the multiple arms, like, what is that? What is going on, right? If I'm going to have anybody trying to work on me, you know, as a EMT or trying to bring me back to life, the more arms they have, the better. But, I mean, let's flip him over and see exactly who we got here. Real name, Demario Hill. His age is 44. I love older characters. An older hero, the way he goes about his heroics is going to be a lot different than a younger hero. And it's something about that mystique that I like, that I think attracts all readers, not just older readers. When comics first came out, all of the superheroes were really grown men. They had to invent the concept of a sidekick in order to, in their minds, quote unquote, make something more relatable to children. But I think those children looked at the older heroes and aspired to be like them. That's just my take. So his height, 6 foot. Okay. Not a short guy, not unbelievably tall. You know, I love rational characters. 235 pounds. Okay. All right, homeboy's kind of lean and fit there. Got a little linebacker, little wide receiver going on. His ethnicity, African American. Country of origin, the U.S. Cool. Team affiliation, free agent. Wait, are we talking about a superhero or NBA player? So, homeboy, he's a free agent. I like that. Okay, so he hasn't been affiliated with anyone officially yet. All right, first appearance. Powerverse Jump-In. Whoop, whoop. Yep, Powerverse Jump-In is an annual poster that the Powerverse does, which is I am Vince White, the creator of the Powerverse. And I do an annual poster where we just allow everyone to jump in. If you want to put a character in, go ahead, jump in. We charge $5, draw the character in there, add them into the poster. This year we came up with a huge poster. And I think this is the first time OSMO appeared in it. And yep, so I'm proud to say that, hey, he appeared first in the Powerverse Jump-In. And there's a source book associated with that has intro pages where he's actually illustrated in the pages. So he's actually in storyline related to the Powerverse Jump-In. That's so awesome. I thank you for that honor. Demario Hill and Nathan Rouse, both my boys. Okay. Well, let's look at his bio. Once an officer of the law, his moral compass placed him at odds with the corrupt police department. Forced to leave that career behind, Loke, I like that Loke, Tone Loke. Y'all young kids don't know what Tone Loke is. Tone Loke and Behind are synonymous with each other. Just you young kids, go look that up. Forced to leave that career behind, Tone Loke realized the past has ways of catching up to you. After facing death's door, his body revitalized in ways no one expected. His body revitalized after facing death's door. Interesting. So he's not giving away the farm. He's being a bit enigmatic here, but it looks like definitely something traumatic happened to him, and he recovered from it. Or I like how it's phrased, revitalized in ways no one expected. So, which probably led to how he is the way he is now. What are those powers? Let's see. Elasticity. Boy, can I say that? Elasticity. See, I got that. Multiplicity. Oh, you just trying to trip a brother up right now. Martial arts mastery, superhuman strength, superhuman speed, and enhanced intelligence. So let me check this out. He's elastic. He can multiply himself. Dude, could you imagine fighting like 8 plastic men at the same time? Whoa, hold up, wait a minute. And they know martial arts. And they have superhuman strength and superhuman speed. And they're intelligent. Oh, well, this dude is a problem. That is scary. Pretty scary. So let's look at his attributes, shall we? Okay, so his physical might is an 8, which means he can lift a car. Not bad. His mental acuity is a 9, which means he can perceive hidden knowledge. Okay, not bad. His combat skills are a 7, which means he can fight a company of men. That makes sense. His durability is a 7, so he can take gunshots. Homeboy can stretch, multiply, and he's bulletproof. His speed is a 9. He can keep up with street traffic. Imagine this dude multiplying, stretching, and keeping up with you in a car as you're speeding away. And he's running, and you're shooting at him, and it's not phasing him. Scary. All right, and his energy halo, his energy level and his halo, which is sort of like his spiritual energy, and whether he has blast or anything, all that combined into one, is a 6, which means he's shimmering, can rally stadiums. So his presence is such that he could probably rally a whole stadium of people. Like if he spoke in the middle, he could get them on his side. That's how much like presence and energy his spirit has. So yeah, he's pretty well rounded. He's pretty well rounded. All right. He has no team affiliation. He has no wealth association. He doesn't use magic. He doesn't have time travel. And he doesn't have any exotic equipment. Those are the 5 white squares on the left side of the box. Those are called threat assessments, or threat assessment boxes. Each one of those give you a 10 points to your overall power rating. So because some heroes, the danger that they present or the threat that they present doesn't just lie in their attributes. Sometimes they can have teams, sometimes they can be wealthy, like Batman. Batman is a beast physically, but he also has billions that he can deploy, in all types of ways. So that's what those are for. So he has none of those, but his overall power rating is when you add all of his numbers up, they equal a 46. So he's a 46, a respectable 46. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, so let's look at the opponent. Sea Dog. That's my dog from the sea. I have to say, he is the design is beautiful. And I'm still baffled as to why it's so awesome, because there's not a lot different in his design that I've seen in a lot of superhero designs. But there are some things, and he even breaks some of the rules that I think are required for an iconic character. One of those is green. Most green characters do not fall in the top A-list iconic characters. They don't. The only exception that I can think of is the Incredible Hulk. But outside of that, if your character's green, he's almost doomed or or a villain. Every other character that I see, they're normally within the range of the primary colors or one thereof. But Sea Dog breaks that rule completely. He has green as a major component of his iconography, and he does it well. He has a cape, a bodysuit, nothing special there. But here's one of the things that I think is unique. He's bare-sleeved, which shows his strength. Most caped characters are not bare-armed. By doing this, he truly pulls out the concept of the 1960s muscle men. That's what superheroes are sort of based off of. The reason why most heroes are wearing leotards is because most strong men from the circus were wearing what we call leotards, which we later see in wrestling from the 80s and 70s and so forth. I don't know why that was the thing, but that's it. And one of the things about that is that their arms were bare and a lot of their chest was bare as well because the leotard had a low dripping neckline. Sea Dog's neckline isn't low, but because it's combined with the lack of sleeves and it cuts across the top of his chest, it almost mimics that strongman fit. Really classical. The gold, the blue, the green, it's awesome. And the fact it's like a dog face. I mean, that is like bold. You can't get beyond that. That's just it's a very unique design and it stands out. All right, so let's get into his particulars. Let's see. Okay, so name, Sea Dog. He's a hero. We know that. His real name, Cody, aka Sea Dog. Okay. His age is 4. 28 in canine years. His height is 6'7", so he's a big boy. He's a big boy. That's what he say. 320 pounds of big boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, Sea Dog. Ethnicity, he's a Doberman. I love that. Country of origin, United States. Awesome. Team affiliation, Dogs of War. Of course, wouldn't that be? Dogs of War. We are the Dogs of War. First appearance, Sea Dog and codename Kill Switch, #1. I've seen Kill Switch. On YouTube, I believe. All right, so let's get in his bio. When Cody's master found an old anchor medallion while fishing, he placed it around Cody's neck. He transformed from a Doberman puppy into the anthropomorphic superhero Sea Dog. Realizing he liked being a superhuman more than a dog, he created the civilian identity Sea Dog, the world's first canine rapper, and stays in anthropomorphic mode at all times. Wait a second, so Homeboy was a dog who had an owner that found an anchor-like necklace, put it on his dog, and the dog transformed. I wonder what happened to the owner. What did the owner do? He's like, what the heck? Well, I'm not feeding you that gravy train anymore. That is wrong. So that's a unique origin. So now he's sentient, I guess. He's in human form. So okay, so what are his powers? He can fly, shapeshift, super strength, super speed, takes on the powers of whatever sea creature he morphs into. So Homeboy, so the medallion, the anchor, is like a magic oceanic item that allows him to transform into different sea creatures, have flight and super strength and super speed, and he's a dog. I love it. I love it. This was made by Mark and Chase Poulton. Now, Mark Poulton has worked for Image Comics. He's done Evangeline. He's also written for DC. Hawkman. Hawkman. So let's get into his attributes. So his physical might is a 9, which means he can lift an 18-wheeler. So he's pretty darn strong. His mental acuity is a 5. So he's a crossword puzzle whiz. Okay, so he's much smarter than a dog. All right, his combat skills, 8. So at 8, he can fight a battalion, probably because of his strength, and actually because of what the heck could he turn into? A whale, freaking kraken. His durability is an 8. He can take throwing cars, okay? So he can take gunshots, throwing cars, blunt objects. He can take a beating and a punch, because as you go down the durability list, everything above it, he definitely can take. Pretty tough. So his speed and agility is a 9. Speed and agility, 9 gives him, he can keep up with street traffic. So he's pretty darn fast. And his energy level / halo is a 7. He's a force of nature, which is apropos. That makes a lot of sense. He draws from nature. Why wouldn't he be a force of nature? Okay, pretty solid numbers. Let's see his threat modifiers. He is a part of a team that gives him an extra 10 points, and he uses magic. So I guess his medallion is magical. That gives him another 10 points. Just in the threat modifiers alone, he has 20 points. You add the 9, the 5, the 8, the other 8 for durability, the 9 for speed, and the 7 for his halo with the 20, and you get his overall power rating, which is a 66. Not bad. A very respectable 66. So, we know the players. Hey, you know what time it is. Indie Deck versus round 1. All right, let's pick the attribute. Let me just roll this dice. Come on, come on. What we got? We got a 4. All right, 4 is durability. Okay, so that's the grounds of which we're going to fight. Now, let's get into the rolls. All right, Osmo's durability is a 7. Okay, and Sea Dog's durability is an 8. Okay, so let's roll. We take those as their base attacks. Let's get into the roll. Roll, baby. Okay, what we got? We got a 3 and a 2. That's 5. 5 plus his 7 equals 12. That's his attack. Okay. Now it's Sea Dog's turn. He rolls a 6 and a 1. All right, so that's 7 plus his 8 equals 15. 15 is greater than the 12. Round 1 goes to Sea Dog. Go ahead, Sea Dog. I don't know. Let's see. Round 2. All right, come on, let it roll. What we get? We got a 2. 2 is for mental acuity. All right, we're fighting on mental acuity. Osmo's mental acuity is a 9. That's his max. Pretty high up there. We're going to roll. He rolls a 2 and a 4. All right, which is a total of 15. That's his whole attack. All right, let me see what Sea Dog's got. Sea Dog's mental acuity is a 5. All right, what you gonna roll? Okay, 6. Come on, baby. What you got? 3. 9. Okay, so that's a total of 14. 14. Osmo got the 15. Caught him by 1. He stretched out a couple of arms and whack, hit the homeboy upside the head. Round 2 goes to Osmo. Okay, we got to fight round 3. Let it roll, baby. 3. Okay, combat skills. We're fighting on combat skills now. Okay, Osmo. What's Osmo's combat skill? It's a 7. All right, roll, baby, roll. What you rolling? He rolls a 4 and a 4. Okay, that's 8. Plus the 7 is 15. That's a big hit. Okay, let's see. Now what Sea Dog got? Okay, his combat skills. His combat skill is an 8. All right, that's his base. He rolls a 6 and a 4. That is 10 together. 18. Boom! What in the world? Homeboy turned into the Kraken. It's the best out of 3 now. So homeboy won 2 rounds. This bag is going to Sea Dog. Oh, but wait a minute. Hold up. Osmo rolled doubles. That wasn't just a regular 8. That is 2 4s. So 2 4s means double damage. That's actually not an 8 anymore. That is a 16. So 16 plus the 7, that's 23. Boom! 23 is bigger than the 18. Osmo hit homeboy. You know what he did? He multiplied. He did the duplicate thing. Homeboy split, grew 4 arms on each, stretched those suckers out, and caught Sea Dog in a double hook, and bam! Which gives Osmo the 2 wins out of 3, making the total battle go to Osmo. That double damage saved Osmo. And wouldn't a double damage roll go to a person that can double himself? These cards break down the characters, give you the information, they're entertaining, and hey, if you ever want to sit down and play, they're actually playable. There's a lot more in the deck. Are you in the deck? Get in the deck. Indie deck. If you're not in the deck, you're not trying hard enough. And I'm Vince White with Views from the Deck, and we're out.